I'm Nika Chung. Welcome back to my channel. Sam Heughan takes on Ruby Rose in Netflix's action thriller SAS, The Rise of the Black Swan, directed by Magnus Martens, who directed episode 1 of Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. and The Walking Dead World Beyond episode 3. And it's starring Sam Heughan, Ruby Rose, Andy Serkis, Hannah John-Kamen, Tom Hooper, Tom Wilkinson. The film is based on the 2012 novel Red Notice by Andy McNab. Tom Buckingham, a special forces operator who comes from a privileged family, is also devoted to his regiment, loves Sophie, and actually gets her time off work. That is so sweet. Booking a mini vacation, and they board on the Eurostar to Paris, where he planned to propose to his love. When the train is deep inside the Channel Tunnel, Grace Lewis and her team of heavily armed war criminals seize the train and holds hundreds of passengers hostage. There is more. Grace runs to expose the British government's darkest secrets and blow up the Channel Tunnel if her ransom demands are not met. Unarmed and cut off from his counter-terror team, Tom is the only hope that Sophie and the other passengers have to make it out alive. Based on the best-selling novel by former SAS operator Andy McNab, Red Notice, it's a productive and authentic portrayal of an emergency response operation and the singular mindset Tom needs to survive. She has some truly big demands: that the Prime Minister publicly admits his government's role in the Georgia massacre, or Grace is paid a $500 million ransom. The Black Swans are in the business of rendering specially service to the highest bidder, powerful international governments in this case. There can be no room for feelings, emotionless as ice. Grace walks into her dad's shadowy empathy, makes a way for cold hard precision. The Black Swans' war crimes in Georgia for the British government are caught on camera and made public. Although the English Prime Minister is aware, it won't take long for the media to make a connection between the Swans' presence in the Hampstead Heath and the government machinery. He summons the SAS, top brass, ordering for an immediate termination of the Matilda's unofficial contract. Geez, there's a lot of shady business going on in this government. This is a great movie from start to finish. The action was really good. I found this film to be a lot more fun, to be honest. I would say it's so underrated, and it's a mix of Die Hard, James Bond, and Olympus Has Fallen. Very suspenseful. Tom has a good sixth sense, very skilled at what he does. As they're on the train, he senses something is going on and investigates, and he was spot on. When the Swans found out Sophie was his fiancée, it made things even worse. Tom wasn't really checking for the passengers, mainly saving Sophie, the young girl, and taking down the Black Swans was definitely his priority. Conversating with his partner and friend Declan, not knowing he is a mole in the group, giving information to Grace. I can tell he did not want to be a part of this mission at all. Tom does kind of remind me just a little bit of James Bond. The exploration of Tom as a sociopath works as his minor to his enemy, but it makes a love story he shares with Sophie a bit muddled. While it's good that Sophie is written as a strong enough character to fight against being a damsel in distress, much of the love story is centering around her grappling with Tom as a hardened killer. The seemingly purpose to get her brain wrapped around being okay with this, even though it flies in her face of chosen profession to save people, not kill them. Ruby Rose as Grace. I can tell she enjoyed being the villain in this film, and she did her best with Grace, gaining ground and the devilish dark bob cut and grinning with mirth every time she kills somebody. Unfortunately, the script gives her no support and even lines designed for maximum evil leader satisfaction. Grace mentioned, "I've never loved anyone in my entire life. She and her brother had a hard childhood." The ultimate showdown between Tom and Grace was intense, y'all. The bloody savage fight that we were waiting to see, wondering who was going to win. I would definitely say that's a moment in film that will definitely be remembered. And the leaked information of what really happened in Georgia, and the involvement with the government, and where did that $500 million go? I do wonder though. I think there's definitely be a sequel. We did see at the ending of the movie what really happened to the money though. I'm definitely impressed with the cinematography in this film, the richness of the color, and especially the beautiful landscapes they got. I just love that green atmosphere. I'm not too sure what part of Europe is that filmed, either I believe in France, in UK, or somewhere, but I was definitely feeling that landscape. Like, yeah, they have a great cast in this film. It's just the script was lacking, and I haven't seen Outlander, but I'll definitely check it out for sure. Of course, the main lead is in that TV series. I'm a fan of period dramas, especially films, so I will definitely check it out. Yeah, done know. I think the director, Magnus Martens, did an okay job. The script was so, but still completely unable to add any sense of authenticity, humor, excitement, or drama to an action film that actually has a decent setup. Less of a film than a TV special. SAS, Red Notice, is kind of uncinematic. I wouldn't say fully cinematic because there were some great parts, but then there were some parts that were kind of lacking. However, although this was a so-so film, I still enjoyed it, but if they ever did a sequel, I would definitely give it another chance. I give Black Swan 2.5 5 stars. What did you guys think about the film? Let me know in the comments below. I'm your host, Andy McNab, and I'll see you next time on my next motion picture or trailer review. Love yourself always, and remember, be excellent to each other. Alright guys, see you next pictures. Cheers!
You have the blood of the old gods in you.